Released on February 3rd, 1997, Wizards of the Coast released the expansion set called Visions. Visions was the 10th true expansion set in the Magic the Gathering franchise, along with being the first small expansion within the Mirage block. The expansion symbol of Visions was the Triangle of War. The Visions expansion was the set that would make red decks much faster. The decks began to gain speed with the release of the Visions card Fire Blast, which was a common instant card that caused 4 damage to a creature or player by paying 6 converted mana or by simply sacrificing 2 mountains. This card became necessary as pure burn players were using it in the late game to take out their opponents. With this addition to burn decks, red became a popular deck color around this time. The mechanics of Visions expanded the use of cumulative upkeep, world enchantments, phasing, and poison, just to name a few. There were no new mechanics introduced to Visions, but this expansion had increased numbers of creatures that had abilities when they entered the battlefield. This allowed players to create combination plays that returned other creatures to owner's hand. There were 5 complete cycles contained in this expansion. The first cycle was the Charms, which were 1 converted mana instance of common rarity that caused 1 of 3 possible effects. The Charms were Hope Charm, Vision Charm, Funeral Charm, Hearth Charm, and Emerald Charm. Karoo lands were uncommon lands that had to be sacrificed unless you returned an untapped basic land of a given type. Karoo lands added 1 mana plus another mana of a given type. The Karoo lands were Karoo, Coral Atoll, Everglades, Dormant Volcano, and Jungle Basin. Chimeras were 2 power, 2 toughness uncommon artifact creatures that cost 4 converted mana and had 2 abilities. The Chimeras were Brass Talon, Iron Heart, Lead Belly, and Tin Wing Chimera. The Color Hosers were uncommon cycle cards that had additional or greater effects against a given enemy color. The Color Hosers were Honorable Passage, Dream Tides, Desolation, Heat Wave, and Elephant Grass. The last cycle was the Opposing Color Rares, which were rare cards that included enemy colors in its mana cost and had widely different effects. The cards of this cycle were Righteous War, Suleiman's Legacy, Firestorm Hellkite, Pygmy Hippo, and Squandered Resources. The storyline of Visions continued from the Mirage expansion. It continues the story of the nations of Jamura against the evil Kaer Vic. In the Visions storyline, Femeref, the cleric-based nation, has been destroyed, and the warrior-based nation Jalfir, along with the trading nation of Sukata, are beginning to have more internal problems. But in a turn of events, Jolrael betrays her former ally Kaer Vic, thanks to the outside influence of the Planeswalker Teferi. Jamura's leaders, with the help of Jolrael's Visions, eventually free Mangara from the Amber Prison and start the fight against Kaer Vic. The Visions expansion was sold in the now typical 15 card booster packs, along with being sold in the now standard 36 pack booster box. The total set size was 167 cards, which contained 62 commons such as Curian Ranger and Crypt Rats, 55 uncommons which included Necromancy and Helm of Awakening, and 50 rares that included Anvil of Bogarden and Tithe. There were 9 notable cards from the Visions expansion set. The first card was Uktabi Orangutan, which was a green 2/2 creature that when it enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact. The next card was Mana War, which is a blue 2/2 creature that when it comes into play, return target creature to owner's hand. Necrotal was a black 2/1 creature with first strike. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target non-artifact, non-black creature. That creature cannot be regenerated. Relentless Assault was a red sorcery that read, untap all creatures that attack this turn. After this main phase, there is additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. Chronotog was a blue 1/2 creature that had the ability to skip the next turn to give Chronotog +3 power and +3 toughness. Use this ability only once each turn. Goblin Recruiter was a red 1/1 creature that read, when Goblin Recruiter comes into play, search your library for any number of Goblin cards. Reveal those cards to all players. Shuffle your library, then put the cards on top of your library in any order. Squandered Resources was a black and green enchantment that read, sacrifice a land. Add to your mana pool 1 mana of any type the sacrificed land could produce. Play this ability as a mana source. Undiscovered Paradise was a land card that read, tap. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. At the beginning of your next untap phase, return Undiscovered Paradise to its owner's hand. The last notable card on this list was Vampiric Tutor, which was a black instant card that stated search your library for a card. Then shuffle your library and put that card on top of it. You lose 2 life. The Visions expansion cards became available on April 10, 2006 on Magic the Gathering Online. Along with all the cards going on sale, 4 pre-constructed decks also became available called Legions of Glory, Savage Stompdown, Unnatural Forces, and Wild Eye Frenzy. A sealed booster box of Visions is worth around $350. So that's all we have today for this episode of Card Anthology. Please let us know in the comments section some of your favorite or disliked cards out of this expansion, the strategies that developed or got better in the set, or anything else that you would like to talk about in this video. We always like to hear what the viewers and our subscribers feedback every time they watch an episode of Card Anthology, so please leave a comment below. If you are new to this content, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You can also visit us on our social media pages such as Facebook, Twitter, and the MTG Amino app by hitting on the links in the video description below. Also, if you missed our last episode over Mirage, please click on the link in the video description as well. Some big news for us here at the Card Bazaar, we have finally launched our Patreon page for our channel. Patreon is a website dedicated to helping content creators such as ourselves to grow support for our channel in monetary monthly donations. At our Patreon page, we have a 5-tier system ranging from common to foil mythic. Starting at just $1, you become a patron for the Card Bazaar and you have access to our feeds and our discussions. For $3, you become an uncommon level patron, which you get your name into all of our most popular videos in the credits. For $5, you become a rare level patron, which means that per month you get a rare or mythic rare card signed by me personally. At the mythic level, for $10 or more, you become eligible for our patron only giveaways. And at the foil mythic level with a $20 donation, you'll be able to contact one of us at the channel over our next videos and take a behind the scenes look into our new projects. So please go ahead and become a patron by going to patreon.com/thecardbazaar. Next week, we will be going over the largest set of the MTG franchise, 5th edition, so be on the lookout for that episode next Sunday. Also, an update for our Card Anthology series, our series will now be uploaded on every Sunday instead of every Saturday. Thank you everyone for the continued support. This is Coach signing out, and we will see you guys next time at the Card Bazaar.